Yeah. Everybody's talking about that League of Dreams or whatever when I was talking and the game was going on. So I had parked at a street. So, yeah, I was just listening to some prayer. So I was just sitting here listening to a pile of prayer like I do all the time. And just unlimited prayer about that. I was sitting on a street. The street was like behind the Big League Dreams fields or whatever. I don't even know if it's a fields. I've never been in there. But it's like that Big League Dreams or something. Big League something. It's right near the library over in Cathedral City. So there's that Cathedral City library, and then it's in the corner. Big League Dreams or something. And I was on a street, putting my power of God on a street for specific people. And I knew the game was going to be there. And I knew the game was going to be a really big, important day for the team that was going to win. So I was doing a little bit of the power of God on the team. You know, the way I did for the Broncos when the Broncos could not be beat barely at all. I was putting some power of God on the team because they're doing real good. A lot of them have really great morals. So I thought, well, I'm going to juice up the team. But like a good God, I'm going to really always tell every other team to try to win. Because they could juice up their morals and get some power of God too. Because everybody likes the competition when it's more of a competitive thing. And not a Broncos always winning thing. But yeah, the Broncos had the best morals. So if you ever wondered why the Broncos were so invincible, but only for a certain amount of time, the Broncos' morals kind of fell down. But I also didn't need to give them as much power of God as I did. So did I beef up the Broncos for my own power of God, reality of God, Guess Jeans, Cabbage Patch Doll equivalent message? Yes, the Broncos had extra power they didn't need because I had a message to pass on as a God. But they also had really great morals in the beginning, and their morals started to fall. And as their morals fell, it was like, well, I gave you more power, God, for my own message. So my own message is gone. I got to take that off. And now I gave you power, God, but your morals are falling down, so I got to take that off. And then it was like they fell out of the sky and they couldn't win anymore like they were. You know, that's how that works. You know, but gods would be happy if everybody had a lot of power, God, and it was just really competitive or something. But that team is doing so good morally that they're just kind of juiced up right now. So I knew they were going to win that game. And I knew they were going to win that game when it didn't look like they were going to win. So I knew they were going to win the game when it didn't look like they were going to win, because they have that boost of the power of God. But they don't feel good up here. They don't feel amazing up here. Why? Because they don't win all the time. Just like the Padres, man. Sometimes it's up here. They don't win all the time. So they don't feel. So I wanted a park where I could, make them feel amazing. Make them feel empowered. Make them feel like God's behind them. To give that little boost to work that much harder, get that much more excited, and try that much harder to win. When actually I think they were going to win, just basically slide in and win when they looked like they weren't going to win. And yeah, people are talking about it everywhere, and they're praying about it everywhere. So I guess when I was talking, but I didn't know if anybody ever heard me. I guess when I was talking and didn't know who would hear me, everybody heard me. Because, yeah, as they pray, they're talking about how everybody's talking about it. But I thought, I'm going to post this so I can talk a little bit about the Broncos. A little bit about the fun and excitement of the power of God laced in sports and all kinds of stuff. And promote Guess Jeans, Cabbage Patch Kid realities, and how much my powers transform existence. Because you guys aren't dumb. Those Guess Jeans, when they had the power of God, were not realistic. miracle out of dreams. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, those Guess jeans were just jeans, like every jeans. They fell out the sky, huh? They got too much money. They got too much power. Their morals went down the tubes. Plus, I was putting my powers on the Guess jeans to pass out a message about my alien dead god existence on Earth. Guess jeans. And so when I took my boosted powers off, plus their morals went down, they fell right out the sky. And those jeans that could fit everybody like magic, those jeans that made everybody feel magical, all of a sudden just felt like jeans, like every other jeans, like anybody's jeans, and they were just nothing all of a sudden. Yeah, the power of God is a massive thing. With that kind of wealth, you don't want your morals to go down, but it's hard. It's like that movie, Lord of the Rings. When you own that ring, you own the power of God. It's so much money. It's so much power. It goes to your head and you turn into somebody who would sacrifice your soul. And all of a sudden you have money, you have power, and God is nothing. And you can just be wealthy and stomp all over everything and be all the money and all the power. And doing the right thing doesn't matter as much. And then all of a sudden, you lose everything. Same thing with the Cabbage Patch Kids. Those Cabbage Patch Kids made babies cry and die because the Cabbage Patch Kid was the power of God. It was like holding God like a baby, and the babies just could not live without those dolls. And then all of a sudden, my boosted powers had to go away because I was done with my message. And their morals were horrifyingly bad. And all of a sudden, kids could not die about that doll enough. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was just a doll they couldn't ignore enough. Yeah. So I thought, as I post that you could be the Broncos, the Guess jeans, and the Cabbage Patch, you could also lose it all. Because God only supports what is good and right. So you could also turn bad or turn crappy and lose it all. So I hope you guys think about stuff like that. I hope you guys, my queen, and talk to gods a lot about stuff like that. And make those big decisions for yourselves when you guys are worthy for that kind of wealth, that kind of power of God, wealth overflowing, powerful, giant reality. When you are worthy of a miracle, it doesn't stop there. You could easily be worthy to be the next financial invincible giant. But just remember before you get there to maybe work with gods, talk to gods. My queen, and see what it's like to be that powerful and wealthy before you get there. To maybe scar your brain before you get there so you do it right instead of wrong. Or when you get power and wealth from God, maybe stick to my queen at least once a day to keep yourself good, keep yourself right, so you don't fall out the sky and lose it all. Good luck, everybody, and welcome to God Has Won and the End of the World. Stay away from the 666, the worst ending of what has done this to me and God's ever known. And stay close to those going to very high places with very victorious gods. Good luck, you guys.